Hopefully this goes well. Can everybody hear me moderately good with a show of hands or a big
Yep.
nod or thumbs up? Yay, that works. All right, I'm admitting a few more that are in the queue. Let's see. All right, so looks like we have um, blank. I don't know who that is. Welcome, blank person. Amanda, welcome. Ashley, welcome. Ben, Bria, Bridget, welcome. Jen, Karen, my sweet mother, Carrie, and Michelle, and my sweet wife, Mitzi. And then hopefully we'll get a few more that log in. There's probably I just sent out the link to everybody, which is about 80 something people. So everybody's probably busy working on whatever they've got going on, which is perfectly fine. There's a lot going on. All right. So without further ado, this is a team meeting to just kind of give some overall synopsis. Oh, let me move my mic. Maybe it'll sound better. Does this sound better? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay, so this is just going to be a fun meeting to get some info out. Also to kind of go over some things that I want to make sure everybody gets some info about, and then we'll kind of have some little comments, reattacks, and things at the end, and then we'll kind of just go from there. But first, I wanted to start presenting my slides really fast so that I can see what it looks like on Google Meet. So just a second. All right. Um, can everybody see that moderately good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. I guess I should have started with a slide presentation with team meeting. So anyway, here is our agenda. I'm going to let Michelle talk so that she can introduce and so you guys can see her. Many of you have met her already. I wanted to give her a few minutes and then not waste all of her night. So you don't have to stay if you don't want to, Michelle, after that. But I did want to give you some free time, so I'll give you that here in a second. But we
Okay.
will be going over some scams, some low percentage deals, ads, office space, state fair, which is one of my favorite topics, training, and some new horizons that we have that are coming up. And I think it'll be kind of exciting to just get all the info out there. We haven't really had all of us together, and it's kind of hard to get everybody all together, anyways. But this is going to be pretty fun. All right, here's Michelle Reed's info. Take it away, Michelle.
Hi guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't really prepare really anything. Um, I've met a few of you. I'm seeing some familiar names and some new faces, but I'm a lender. I work with network funding. I work quite a bit with TJ and Carrie and several of the other agents at Fitness Realty. I've been in the business for about 8 years. I've been with network funding for about 2.5. And, I have access to pretty much all the programs that other lenders have. Um, yeah, FHA, VA, conventional USDA loans. We do all of our underwriting and our processing in house. Right now, our average turn time for a loan is actually about 11 days. Hi, Ashley. Good to see you. Um, so yeah, I mean, we're getting it done super quick. Our appraisals are coming back usually in about a week and a half. I'm a lender that's always available. I don't work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I work really 24 hours a day. So if you guys are working with buyers late at night or on the weekends, I'm always available. My contact number is obviously right there, but you can text, call me all hours of the night. I've sent TJ pre-approval letters at midnight and 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm always available. If you have borrowers and you just have questions about financing or programs or even credit, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always available. So
Nice.
And
That
I'd
is
love to meet you all face to face someday soon.
right. I really appreciate what you do. I know I've said a heap load about like how you get the job done, closing on time, and just everything about what you do. But I really want to say that to the rest of the team and anybody that hasn't tried working with Michelle yet is that the amount of communication that happens between Michelle and the client to make them feel more safe and more secure and like they're getting the best deal because they are. That's really the kind of key there. Everybody's going to shop a lender, and we've shopped a ton of lenders, and just happened to have Michelle land in a Lyft ride of mine.
So random, I know.
Right. But anyway, like what she does for the client is really the bread and butter. I mean, we have an easy time working with her, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting the best deal for the client, and that's what Michelle does.
Thank you, TJ. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I absolutely love working with you. I love Fitness Realty and what you guys stand for, and
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to meeting more of you and doing more deals with all of you.
Right. I hope so. And most of the time, what's cool about Michelle as well, she'll take you to lunch, or if you like girly nail stuff or whatever, maybe I'll get a pedicure too.
Oh, whoever wants one, let's go.
Just kidding. Maybe me and my mom will go do that too.
Yeah, let's go, Carrie.
That's good. Let's see. Amanda. Okay, let's start with Mitzi. She's got her hand raised. Do you have anything, Mitzi? Nope, never mind. She lowered her hand. Amanda, anything for you? You have your hand up? Never mind. Nope. Okay. Any questions or things for Michelle before I move on to the next item of business? All right.
Any question?
I'm gonna
I'm
take that.
open. Or you can write down this number and text me if you don't want to ask in front of everybody else.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to see where we go and where we grow to.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me. So nice to meet you all virtually on here.
Right? All right. Bye, Michelle.
Okay, have a good night.
You
Bye,
too.
Michelle.
Guys.
Okay. Everybody else is staying on. Let's move to scams. I know that there are a ton of scams out there, but there is one that continues to hit our team frequently, and I just wanted to make sure that I went over that in here. I have made a training slide or a training video all about it. That's all in the training platform, and I may bring that up to show you where it's at. But really what the scam is somebody reaching out, and this is an exact copy of the text that went out maybe 2 or 3 times ago. And so I just snapped this text from whoever it was. But they're just reaching out and saying, hey, this is Carrie. And then all of a sudden you start this conversation like, hey, I need money. I'm in a jam, but I'm in a meeting, so they can't talk. They only text. And then they start asking you to go to like Smith's or whatever to get a gift card. Every single time this is a scam, so just when you see it on your phone, because it will happen, I mean, they just keep like shredding our numbers or going through the MLS, and so I want to make sure that everybody's aware. My mom's never going to ask you for money, so just realize that it's a scam. Either block their number or just put it into spam or whatever you're going to do. Any questions or comments about that? Okay. Awesome. Well, that was easy. All right. Let's talk about low percentage deals. I want to make sure that everybody on our staff knows that they can do whatever you'd like with commission. We have full flexibility for you to call the shots on anything you'd like to do. You can change how much you want to get paid. You can do whatever you'd like during your transaction about commission splits. However, we've changed how we operate our low percentage deals so that it doesn't actually hurt the company in terms of liability or financial streams. So what we've changed now, and this is in the new agent pamphlet, so if you have any questions about that, I always have the link for the new agent pamphlet. And the new agent pamphlet kind of goes over code of ethics and everything that is onboarding. Many of you have seen it. and many of you that just went through it know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, the low percentage deals, if you're going to close something that's lower than 1.9% for your side of the transaction, it just won't count for your career progression. So it won't count for any tier progression. It won't count for any of the bonus structure. So you have to make sure that it is above 1.9% to make that qualify. However, that doesn't stop you from doing your personal deals or family deals. So we've had a lot of agents say, hey, I just don't want to pay anything on this commission and I don't want my family to pay, which I'm fine with. But when you eliminate the transaction cost in there, the company still has liability for that. So now we're just removing some of the financial burden and making sure that everybody understands that if it's lower than 1.9, it just won't count towards career progression. All right, any questions about that? I know this one's going to be kind of a hitter, and if you're closing deals, you may feel like it's something kind of getting in your way. If not, it might not actually hinder you at all. So it just is kind of, it is what it is. We had to kind of move towards a different structure. Any questions or follow-ups about that? Okay. Now, as most of you know that have closed, most of your deals are higher than 1.9 anyways. It really is only those deals that you're giving a sweet deal to friends, or you're giving a sweet deal to family, which is fine. I want you to be able to do that. But now it's just making it so that you can do that at a whim, whatever you'd like to do. Okay. Welcome,
hey,
Josh.
PJ.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Jacob?
Sorry, cutting in. I didn't know to raise a hand or just cut in, but
Either way.
I mean, I just barely wrapped one up a couple weeks ago that was lower than 1.9. When's that going to take effect?
It's taking effect now. So all the ones that you have closed, those counted. Anything here from the future, now that I've told everybody, those won't count.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, and a good question too. And so that stands for anybody that's closed anything in the recent, like while I was gone, we closed almost 4 million total as a team, which it was really impressive, and you guys are really crushing it. All of that stuff counted. I counted it all for your career progression. Yeah, that was a great question. Thank you. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's talk about ads really quick. We are running our Google AdWords still. Oh, hold on one second. Let me admit somebody into the group. What's up, Jimmy? How are you? And welcome. Let's see. Maybe his mic's muted. Okay, anyway, we are running our Google Ads. I know several people have had the pleasure of answering the phone call and getting some clients from it. That's not the case every time, so I apologize for that, but that's just the nature of the marketing. But this is the Google AdWords count that we've currently ran for the last 60 days. So we've had 63,000 impressions, which is just somebody seeing it on Google. We've had 1,100 clicks that go straight to the Google website, which is hopefully how they're calling our number. So sometimes they can click straight through the ad to call the number. And sometimes they go to the Google website. Similar to how you guys have ever Googled anything and you get a bunch of businesses down the left. It looks the exact same way. We did get 34 calls in the last 60 days. There are several that I know have been clients and cash buyers that for whatever reason they aren't getting through to any other company, and we're the first company that answers the phone and they're selecting us. Of course, it's nice for an out-of-state buyer to have somebody that actually they can talk to, rather than just some like Zillow answer sheet and then get some random agent. So we are winning a bunch in Google AdWords through that system. Lastly on this list is 18 location actions. So similar to somebody Googling whatever and a business comes up and they're saying go to directions or add directions to Google Maps or whatever iPhone maps are called. I don't really know. I know nothing about iPhones. I'm sorry. Anyway, So there are 18 actions or location actions, which kind of leads me into the next thing, which is going to be kind of big. Hopefully, it'll make some things interesting for business. Okay. Moving into those action items for location, we are looking to partner with a company called UCS Wireless, and by partner, that's probably not the right verbiage, but they have some space in their building that is a little conference room with a door that is actually to the outside, so nobody would have to walk into the business and go skittering around. They could go straight into the conference room. Couple things that are making this beneficial for us is it will allow me to put the Google AdWords and the Google My Business page to an actual address, so that people could actually use that location feature if they wanted to. And if somebody was there, obviously that would be nice, but we're not gearing it towards having an office assistant or anything like that all day. But the second benefit is we may have potential to host meetings there, host conferences or group gatherings, whatever we need to do, and we could utilize that space. So it's kind of on the horizon of in the next 30 days we'll have it all hammered out. Right now it's all kind of up in the air, but since we haven't had a team meeting in, like I said, about 17 months, I wanted to get you out or get everybody the information that we're kind of working on and make sure that everybody kind of sees that. Is there any questions or comments about kind of the office space or ideas you might have towards that? All right, well, sweet. Any questions about Google AdWords or any anything that you dislike about it overall that maybe I could fix? Sweet. Awesome. Well, this is nice. I wish John Philpott was in here. Let me scan the list really quick. Okay, I don't know if he's in here, but anyway, he was one of the people to get the last call. It was a cash buyer out of Boston, right around the 400K range, but just super solid buyer, and was like, hey, you're the only one that's picked up the phone after 4 times. So it really is making us stand out. And I don't know, maybe the ad didn't get shown all 4 times, or maybe it was shown all 4 times, I'm not sure. But after 4 times of him trying to find a different realtor, we were the only one that picked up the phone. All right, let's move on. All right, let's talk about the state fair. Let's change gears a little bit. The state fair is coming up super, super, super fast. And I'm excited for the state fair. I'm excited because I've wanted to run a booth at the state fair for the past 3 years. However, we've never really been able to hammer it down, and we've never really been able to decide that if we wanted to run an 11-day booth, because it is a grueling time and there is a lot of times that are available. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for it to come up. We will have prizes to give out. I have probably, 10 or 12 watches sitting on my desk. I'll show you one of these. Let's see if you can see that. So I have 10 or 12, or I don't know, whatever is over there. I plan on auctioning, or not auctioning, sorry, that's the wrong word. I plan on just giving those away, and maybe one a day, just to have something nice to have to raffle off each and every day. And maybe on the weekends I'll have one of the nicer watches, and maybe through the week I'd have a lesser watch. So we'll have those. We'll have prizes that are through EvaBot. We'll have other drawing prizes and maybe some cash prizes to give away. I'll also be giving away several boxes of Pokemon cards, so there will be plenty of room for kids to come over, and that usually brings their parents over. So that's what we're just trying to draw everybody in. And then we'll have plenty of things that are on the table that are swag to give away, at least until all the swag is gone. So what I wanted to bring up in this topic of the state fair is, one, that you can see how much we're trying to do while we're there. Number two, I wanted to kind of reiterate what you guys should bring, which will be your business cards for sure, any swag that you have that you want to give away, and then anything that you feel like would get you more business, maybe some calendars, maybe some kitchen magnets, or whatever you can think of that makes you stand out. You'll want to bring that so that you have things to give out. My mom and I will be providing tons of things to give out, but if it goes quick and then it's all gone, then we'll just kind of be working off of the entries for the gifts. So just plan for that accordingly. I'm not sure how that'll go. I mean, this is our first time, so it could run out in 2 days. It could, maybe we give away like 1% of it. I have no idea. So that's also what's kind of exciting for me. Okay, really fast. Let's see if you guys can see this, if the picture is pretty good. So the building that the red dot is in is right next to the driver's license division, as you can see here. And the driver's license division, this is the one downtown, so the state fairgrounds. So if anybody's familiar with that, this little motor avenue is the gate that everybody drives in to go to park. And so this little gray thing, if you can see where my mouse is at, is actually the entrance to the state fair. So you can see people are going to walk in, turn right, and these doors are right here, and we're on the inside. So we have a really high visibility booth, which is, it's great and it's bad at the same time. It's great because we're going to get a lot of views. It's also bad because the state fair makes you man it for 10 hours a day or whatever it is, and they can fine us if we aren't at the booth, which is kind of crazy. So that's why we're kind of saying, hey, just buckle up and get ready for a ride. I think it's going to be kind of entertaining. Last thing about this location is we actually weren't going to get a booth location at the state fair, but FitCon and the people that run FitCon wrote us a raving review, and then the state fair like opened up the doors and gave us one of the best locations that we could get. So kudos to everybody that came to FitCon and helped out with that, and that's really why we even got this opportunity. Okay, any questions about location or things like that? Okay. All right, up on the screen next is the hours for the state fair. These aren't necessarily the hours of the open times for the state fair. They're really, really close. These are the hours that we have to man the booth. Now, of course, they let you have like 15-minute breaks, you know, like you got to go to the bathroom or whatever. If you have only one person there, of course, then you might need to take a break to go get something to eat or whatever. So I don't know what the term excessive means to the state fair. They have it written in their bylaws. So we're just going to do our best to have people at the booth at all times during these times. So soon I'll have a sign-up sheet for you to sign up and put your name in, or tell me what you want, and then I'll put it into the spreadsheet or whatever we're going to work on. So I'll have a recording of this, or you can just look it up on the State Fair's website, or ask me and I'll send you a snapshot of this. Always, you guys know, always you can text me or call me and we'll get you the info that you're asking. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so this is a little bit about the State Fair and some kind of, I don't know about internal rules. This is just like some let's try to be awesome at the State Fair. So when we sign up on the State Fair's roster, like when I get the actual spreadsheet for the calendar, I want a minimum of one person, but a maximum of two. Jacob has some experience with this, but and there's a few others in here that have done FitCon with us. When there's like 3 or 4 of us at the booth, it just kind of gets ridiculous, and it's really hard to have conversations. It's really hard to tell like who's signing people up for the drawings, because really getting the people to sign up for the drawings with your initials on the back of the 3x5 card is how you get more contacts that you get to talk to in the future. So if there are 4 people in the booth and it's just kind of wild and crazy and hectic, to me, it feels like a disservice to the people that signed up for that slot, that specific time slot. So we just won't have any times where it's like that. So we'll only have a maximum of 2 on each time slot. And I'll probably be nearby to fill in if somebody doesn't show up, or we only have 1 sign up. Or if we have nobody sign up, I'm practically going to be there living at the state fair. My mom is loving that idea. Okay. Anyway, so minimum of 1, maximum of 2. If you show up and it's like somebody's about to leave, you can definitely be in there. 3 people, no worries. But if we're there like 3 people longer than 20 minutes or something, then somebody just has to go, no worries. Okay, we do get some passes. I think it's like 30 something, but don't quote me on that. So I will have some passes for people to get in. I don't know if they're day passes or like a few nights passes. So don't quote me on that. I haven't figured that part out. And the people from the state fair haven't like sent me any email traffic about that. We won't have any parking passes. So you're more than welcome to park on like 10th North, or you could park at any of the like park and ride locations and ride a Lime scooter in, or a Bird scooter. Those are really fun, and it would be entertaining. Jacob says yes. I saw it on his face. Okay, then bring your own swag. Like I said, bring your own cards to give away. I tend to have mine on the table, but what we found from last FitCon is when mine are on the table, some people will pull mine after talking to the agent that's on at the table. So when I'm gone, you can definitely take mine and put them like below the table or whatever, and make sure that only yours are out. So if there's 1 or 2 of you, both of you can have yours. If there's only 1 of you, please put your own cards out so that you get all the traffic and all the kudos. Okay, like I said, we'll have prizes to give away. We're going to enter the drawing just like FitCon. We may put note cards in and like empty them daily. I haven't figured that part out, but anybody that shows up to the state fair, all you have to do is put your initials on the back of each of the 3x5 cards that somebody enters with. That way at the end of the show, when I do all the drawings and after that, I'll make sure all those cards get put back to you, so that you can start calling them, texting them, sending them fun drip emails or whatever you do. All of you know that I love clothes, but if you're not using clothes, you can definitely email drip people without using clothes. And then, of course, bring your drinks, food, or whatever. Since we're going to be indoors, which is nice, rain or sun will be fine. And also, it'll be, I think it'll be AC'd, or there'll be air conditioning. Not that I don't even know if we're going to need it then, but anyway, the building will be nice, and just bring whatever you want. I'll probably have a cooler there with some drinks, so if you forget a drink or whatever, just thumb through the cooler. It's all free for all, so just do whatever you need to. All right, any questions or comments about the state fair other than when will the schedule be out? Because that'll probably be in like 3 or 4 days. Okay. I guess I'm doing awesome. Or I talk too much. Oh, Amanda. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So just a quick question on the state fair representing the booth. Like Ben and I, we could sign up to do this, but we haven't even like got our official license yet. We just passed the test. What kind of restrictions or requirements are us manning the booth to help out?
Perfect question. I do apologize for that. There are a few people on here that have not gotten their license yet. If you don't have your license, then it is not encouraged to host at the state fair. For you guys, though, your license is coming, so you're good. So in my opinion, even if yours shows up like the day of the state fair, you're still good. Just sign up for some of the slots, since we've already put in your application and stuff. So you guys are cleared.
So what happens if we get questions we don't know the answers to? We just say, hey, what's your contact information? We'll have our broker reach out to you with the answers to those questions, kind of thing. Is that kind of how it will work?
Nope. You guys just say, I don't know that, but I'll check with my broker. Text me that question, and then I'll text you right back.
Okay.
Yep. And potentially, I'll be right on site, so I might be right there to back you up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. Oh, that was a great question, by the way. I had totally forgotten. If you're not licensed, State Fair is a no-go. Okay. All right. Let's move on to training. Obviously, we have a ton of training. I love to talk about training. The first key piece here, though, is it is a personal responsibility to get your training completed. I know I'm pretty laxed about like forcing people to train. So, like I just put it out there, and if you do it, great. If you don't do it, also great. But sometimes if I do check and there is training pieces to be completed, it is in the new agent pamphlet that I may hold your commission until you finish those. I hate doing that, and it sounds like not good. So that's why I almost never check. But if we can't get our training completed, we may have to implement that a little bit stronger. I don't want to do that, so I'd rather you guys just watch the videos and get training. I did put up 5 new videos, ranging from preferred lenders, the scams, taxes, and a couple other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, you guys know that the training headlines, that's where you can click on the videos and find the information. And then you can design your plan, your goal. What I want to say there is whatever you have in your mind about how to complete the training or when to complete the training, I want to best facilitate that. So if you need like an accountability partner that you're like, hey, I want to watch 3 videos a day, maybe that's a lot. Maybe you want to watch 5 videos a week. Let me know what your goal is, and I can put it in my calendar to say, hey, let me check up on, let's say my mom. Let me check up on my mom and make sure she watched 5 videos. Just kidding. But whatever your goal is, let me know if you need help, and I can help you kind of walk through that. And then, as always, if you see some room for improvement for the training, I would love to know that feedback, so you can tell me anytime. Just text me, call me, whatever. You guys know how to find me. But I would love to make the training better for you. There were, in the past, several videos that were really long and you couldn't hear. And so I've hopefully gotten rid of every single one of those and cut some of the training videos in half. I realized that I was pretty long-winded on some of the videos and it just kind of went on repeating. So I've cut as much of that as possible. Any last thoughts about training? Anything you want to add about that, Mom? Let's see. I'll just help her out. You want me to unmute you? Oh, I can't unmute. You have to unmute yourself if you want to talk.
I was trying, I kept getting another screen coming up.
Oh.
I think the training, once you get going on it, it doesn't take that long. I think you just have to make a commitment. So just say, every Thursday morning or whatever, wake up and do 1 or 2 and just get them, tackle them.
Nice.
I think we're good.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Okay. That's all about training. Let's see. Okay. Some new horizons. The company itself is looking to purchase its first cash flowing asset. That could potentially happen within the next month or so. My mom and I are actively working on that. Not like every day, but quite a bit. So the company itself is going to start growing cash aside from just closing deals and training new agents. So kind of watch for the company to kind of flourish that way. That being said, we do have room for potential business partners. We had opened it probably back in February of this year. We got a few people that wanted to come on board, but We are curious to see if we opened it back up to a full buy-in, if people would want to do that. We always have room for business partners to come on board, but we've kind of capped it with some capital requirements. So anyway, if all of that sounds like gibberish, then just let me know and I can walk you through what it sounds like. If you're like, hey, well, business opportunities sound nice and you want to talk about it more, let me know. If you are business savvy like Jacob Whetstone, what up? Then always the door's wide open. Lastly, on that key piece here for New Horizons is agents that want to be brokers. I know most everybody in this room is pretty brand new or kind of new, but there are some seasoned veterans already in here that have closed at least $4 or $5 million in deals, and the people are just really advancing their career. So the goal of Fitness Realty is, or one of my goals is to train you well enough that you know as much as me or more. I hate corporate world where they only train to a certain extent so that you can't take their job. I am actively looking for people that want to be a broker because it opens up your time leverage. And if you're a successful person, you could teach more people to be successful and financially free. If you're kind of interested in that financially free status or passive wealth, there are so many minds within our company right now that are moving towards that or have already exceeded kind of normal people in where they're at financially with passive wealth. Not to say like people are getting rich or anything. I'm just trying to put out there that if you wanted to, you could talk to other people about what to do that may increase your own life in your goals and in your passion. So anyway, I'm always going to put it out there. I would love to find somebody that wants to be a broker. Obviously, we would love to franchise some Fitness Realty and have more potential there. So we're always seeking that. Okay, I think that's it for New Horizons right now. A quick total of how many people we have on the team and how many people are in school. We currently have 31 licensed realtors, and we have like 55 people in school. Excuse me, last time I checked. So there are a ton. We're growing like crazy. You guys know that I love to talk to new people about it. And then on that note, if you ever feel like I've just left you to the black hole abyss of where nobody can find you, reach out to me. I always want to talk to you. I always think about what everybody's doing. Honestly, I have a list of everybody's name, obviously on Google Contacts, because that's where I have everybody. But I have all of you starred so that you're in my favorite people on Google Contacts. And I swear I look at the list all the time. I read your name. I think about what you're doing individually. Not like, oh, I wonder what Fitness Realty, the team, is up to. I literally think about what each and every one of you are up to. And especially the ones that aren't in this room, like they've gone and done whatever they like, which is fine, but I'm always thinking about you. Okay. Any last reattacks? Comments, concerns, critiques, anything you want to see me do, anything you want me to do better? I'm wide open. Let's see. Let's just call on some people at random.
Hey, I'm not going to pop in to make fun of TJ right now, except I really think you should share that meme I sent you today.
Oh, yeah.
But
let me find that.
I got a contract acceptance during our meeting right now, so I'm pretty excited for one under contract again.
Yeah, buddy. Nice. That is awesome. Let me see if I can find that really fast. That would be a hilarious thing to put up.
That one's too good to keep private.
Let's see. Let me put it over here really fast. I think that one is so funny. And the place that I saw that on was this the Real Estate Watering Hole on Facebook. I don't know if you guys are a part of that group. It was Brian Swan that used to run Stringham. he put it on his page, and I'm just like, that is hilarious. Let's see, here it is, I think. Let's see, maybe I can make it bigger. There. So Brian Swan put this up as after he saw it, and then there was a bunch of people kind of chatting about it. Those of you that have been with us for a while, you know that I promote going and driving Uber or Lyft for contacts. So this is kind of funny. Okay, let's see. Any reattacks from everybody else or any comments? All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for your time. Thanks for coming tonight. I hope that you see where we're headed as a team. We are growing like crazy, and we've actually stopped recruiting altogether. Like, the only way people get an interview with me is they know somebody on the team, or they reach out to me out of the blue and they're like, hey, I'm ready to interview with you. And we are poaching more realtors from other teams. It seems to be like the last 3 out of the last 6 or so maybe 50% have come from a different team or a different company. So that's pretty exciting. We're doing something that is standing out way above some other companies as well. So I just want to say thanks to everybody. You guys are all killing it, crushing it, and you're getting on your training. So I really appreciate that, and I appreciate all the effort that you put in. Sometimes in real estate, it just feels like you're doing things day in, day out, and sometimes it just doesn't pay off. One day you'll have an opportunity where you're ready and you know how to give a cloud CMA, you know how to comp a house, you know exactly what to do with the documents so that it doesn't look like it's your first time. You'll get ready for those opportunities because they will come. And I'm sure that many of us in here that are experienced can weigh in on this, where you have people that are around you and they're like, oh, well, you're another realtor, great. But then they come to you for questions and then you answer them on the spot, or you get them an answer from me really, really quick. And they start building confidence in you as a realtor. And then before you know it, those people are clients of yours. So I just wanted to put that out there. The more you train and the more you work through every program that we have, the more you'll be put into positions to have the opportunity to crush it and to have those client opportunities. Okay, that was my soapbox speech. Woo! I'm pretty much finished, so if you guys have any comments or you want to text me offline, cool. If not, I wish you guys all a good evening. You guys can all unmute and say bye or whatever you want to do, or you could leave silently, whatever. I'm going to keep it open for like
TJ.
2 minutes.
Thanks, TJ. You're awesome.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, TJ. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks all y'all.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good night. Thanks, PJ.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro.
Bye, TJ.
Bye, Jen. Bye, Bridget. Hi, babe, and random number.
Hi.
I wonder who random number is.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna log off after I close this recording.